Good afternoon. This is Mr. Sawyer. I want to first of all apologize for not being able to make it on this afternoon, but hopefully this video will help us to get the material that we need for today's lesson. As always, I want to start off with a short word of encouragement. Just want to understand in this season of Thanksgiving that regardless of what the situation may be, regardless of what it is that we may face, it is our job, our obligation, our duty to give thanks to God, because that's what God wants for us to give Him thanks. So whether you find yourselves in a good situation, a bad situation, what have you, just continue to give God thanks, knowing that He works things out, that He will work things out in our best interest. All right, so if you would like, please take a couple of minutes in order to go over this review. If you want to, you can pause the video at this time so that you can work out these review problems. Awesome. Now, in looking at the first problem, we see that the 7 is in the thousands place. So what that 7 references is it actually stands for 7,000. All right. For number 2, number 2 was similar to one of the problems on the quiz that we had. And one thing that I noticed is that a lot of us found what 12% of 32,000 is. So I believe a lot of us got a number that looked like 3,840. However, that is not the new salary. In order to find the new salary, we must add this amount to the original count. So we need to take 32,000. We take 32,000. And we need to add the 3,840 so that the actual correct answer should be 35,840. All right. For number 3, when we add these mixed numbers, we want to add the whole numbers. We get 6. We add the fractional parts. We need a common denominator, which is 20. So that leaves us 5 over 20. This leaves us 12 over 20. 5, and this is also 15. Let me go back. 4 times 5, that's 15. 5 times 4, 15 to 4. So we get 6 and 19 over 20 for the answer here. Finally, for the mean, we add all these numbers up. We should get 27. So 4 and 7 is 11, 9, 19, 22, 27. 27 divided by 5. And so we get a mean, an average of 5.4. The median, we need to make sure that we put these numbers in order. So when putting these numbers in order, the middle number is 5, and there is no mode for this particular problem. All right. Again, reviewing means, medians, and modes. Again, the mean is the average, as we just stated, and the mode is the one that recurs most often. The mean is the median is the middle value. The mean is the average, where we add up all the numbers and then divide by, in this case, divide by 5. All right. Some common measurements that we can use are to 12 inches in a foot, 3 feet in a yard, 5,280 feet in a mile, 1,620 yards in a mile. And if you go to page 500 in your textbook, there's a list of common conversions that we will use to make these conversions between measurements. And what we're going to do is we're going to look at a couple of examples. And one thing that I like to do is I like to use a chart to help with these values or what have you. So if I see 48 inches, then what we want to look at is, if we want to go to feet, we have to decide, okay, first of all, what's the conversion that takes us from inches to feet? And we know that there's 12 inches in a foot. So the way we're going to arrange the next side here is that we're going to set it up so that, seeing that we have inches, we're going to convert also to inches, and we're going to go from inches to feet. And we realize that within 1 foot there is 12 inches. So the inches cancel, and then our final answer is going to be in feet. So now seeing, here's the thing, within this T-chart, everything on the top gets multiplied, everything on the bottom we divide. So in the S's, we're going to take 48 divided by 12, and 48 divided by 12 gives us 4 feet. All right. Likewise, if we look at 12 yards, I'm trying to write with a mouse, so we know there's 3 feet in 1 yard. This time is a little bit different because we have everything on the top. So now we don't have to divide. We can just simply multiply 12 times 3, and that'll give us 36 feet. Finally, we want to go from yard to inches. We have 4 yards. We cannot go directly to inches, but we can go to feet, because 1 yard, and that goes on the bottom, so we can cancel out yards. 1 yard is 3 feet. And also 1 foot, and I put that on the bottom so I can cancel those out, is 12 inches. So now feet cancel, yards cancel. So we simply have 4 times 3 times 12, or 12 times 12, which is 144 inches. And if you need to go back and replay this, hopefully this will be of some assistance to you. All right. A couple of things we want to cover today very briefly. The perimeter. When we discuss the perimeter of an object, we're looking at adding up all of the sides around the object. Some common formulas are the perimeter of a square, where you simply add up all 4 sides. A rectangle, where you have 2 times the length, 2 times the width. And then in a circle, it's not necessarily the perimeter, but we have what's called the circumference, which is found 2 times pi times r. And we pretty much use 3.14 to represent pi. And if you see a problem like that, again, you can just plug in 3.14 to represent the amount for pi. All right, this area formula, I just want to briefly mention this. I will come back again for Wednesday and talk about this a little bit more. But some of these common area formulas for a triangle: 1/2 base height, square side times side, rectangle length times width, circles pi square, trapezoid 1/2 times the height times the sum of B1 and B2. And again, we'll deal with that a little bit more. But what I do want to go ahead and show us, actually, I'm going to save this example as well, because one thing that will help us for this example is if we were to break this figure up by adding in another auxiliary line right here. So instead of looking at the overall figure, we can actually look at this as a rectangle along with the right triangle. And then this 15 feet is broken up into 8 feet. And this will get broken up into 8 feet right here. That's 8. I can't write right now. 8. And this other piece will be 7. All right. So the perimeter, we would just add up all the sides. 26 plus 15, 41 feet for the perimeter. For the area, we have the rectangle, which is 6 times 8. And then we have the triangle, which is 1/2. The base will be 7. The height will be 6. So that'll be 48 plus half of 42, which is 21. 48, 58, 68. So a total of 70. And when we deal with area, our units are squared units. All right. And again, if you check those sections in the book that we're going to mention for here for the homework section, you should be pretty good to go. And with that being said, our homework assignment for this week is a composite assignment, which composed of the following pages: page 416, numbers 15 through 21. Page 460, number 1 through 30. Page 513, number 1 through 14. Again, we're going to take some time. I unfortunately will not be able to make class again on Wednesday, but I hope to have the next video up a little bit sooner so that we'll have more time to work with this. I do apologize for the lateness of informing you all about my absence, but I hope you all will be okay with working those things out. If you do have any questions or anything, please reach out to me via Moodle, and we'll take care of that. All right. Hope all is well. Y'all take care, and I will see you all Thursday. All right. Bye-bye.